What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for being absent in the last like 2-3 months since Worlds, but life's been busy. I've been traveling a lot, coaching, and just doing what I need to do. But a lot of you have been asking about my blood test and the results, so I'm just gonna do a quick run through, just kind of explain what some of these readings mean, um, what I want to do to improve upon some of my readings, and what it means in general. So, what it means in general, my blood test was very, very good. Everything came back like super good. There was a couple of things I want to improve upon, like 4 things. So I will explain. I'm not gonna bore you guys with like all the scientific stuff because no one really cares. I'll just kind of explain what some of these readings mean, as well as like what I'm planning to do to improve upon them. So yeah, let's just like dive straight into it. By the way, I'm not a doctor, I'm not like a professional or whatever, so just take my opinion with for like literally what it is, an opinion. Um, but I did this blood test to make sure my health is good, so I can like gain some weight, put some perhaps more effort into my health, as well as just making sure that I am planning for like a nice and long career. So, red blood cells, basically these carry oxygen around the body. Um, again, as you can see, everything is within range. No concerns at all. If you want to improve upon this, take some B12. And I think some folic acid tends to help to improve the readings of this. But again, no concerns. Everything is well within range. No issues at all. White blood cell, basically this is your immune system. They fight infections, all that stuff. But um, basically, what I was after here is just making sure that everything is within range. Some of it is a little bit on the lower end, but again, like no concerns on my end. Um, I'm just gonna make sure I take like a sufficient amount of vitamin C and B12 and D3 to make sure that the readings maybe improve a little bit. But again, I'm not that concerned about improving upon these readings in the next test. Clotting status, again, everything is reasonably solid here. Um, no issues on my end. I want this platelet count to be a little bit higher, but again, I'm well happy with the readings. Everything is healthy, so no concerns at all. Kidney health. So my urea or whatever it is a little bit out of range, but generally speaking, that's because you're dehydrated, and then my creatinine levels are elevated because I train and I eat a ton of protein and a ton of creatine, as well as obviously I damage my muscles in the gym, so my creatinine levels are going to be higher. This is essentially just like waste product my kidney has to deal with, is a little bit higher than it's meant to be, but it's perfectly expected. No concerns. They will never be within range whilst I choose to compete at a high level. Essentially, this I'm gonna look into. Um, if like when I do my next test, I'll make sure I'm hydrated, and they will hopefully ensure that this is within range, because it's not at the minute. And if it's then not in range next time, I'm gonna have to get some further tests done to make sure there's nothing bad going on. Liver health, again, everything is within range except my ALT. But again, that's generally speaking because of dehydration. So I'm just gonna make sure this is within range the next time. And then if it's not within range, then I'm just gonna make sure it gets within range sooner rather than later. Um, Again, I eat a very protein rich diet, so things are gonna be elevated, but nothing is out of range, so that's good. Happy days. Again, no concerns on my end. Everything is like super, super solid. I just want to keep this. This is like an ideal reading for me, so I just want to keep it nice and where it needs to be. Diabetes. Now, I was worried about this one because I do have a reasonable amount of processed food, as well as obviously a ton of calories, which then comes with a like reasonably high amount of sugar. A lot of it is fruit, but I do eat a fair bit of sugar. So I was worried about this one, how this one's gonna come back, but it came back really good. So I'm really happy. I just want to keep it this way. Essentially, like this is a big one. Like you don't want the reading here to be bad because you're in serious, serious trouble. So yeah, happy about this one. Cholesterol status. This was the other one I was worried about. My HDL cholesterol is a little bit too low, so I'm gonna work on this between now and the next test. Have a bit more healthier fat in my diet and bump up my fat intake about 30%. So obviously I'm currently between like 60 and 70 grams of fat. That's gonna go up to like 80 to 90 at least, and see if that improves. I'm gonna have salmon twice a week, eggs every day, and then see if we can kind of improve upon this reading. Rest was really good, so no concerns on my end. Everything is like pretty much in the middle, or like just ever so slightly elevated, which is going to happen because I eat a ton of meat. I have like 600-700 grams of steak a day, so things are gonna be a little bit elevated, but everything is really good. So I'm really happy about that. My muscle health, so my creatine kinase levels are elevated. They're elevated because I train and I train hard, so things are gonna be up. Um, Again, like if you do like marathon running or something, this could be like significantly higher. But I'm not concerned whatsoever. Again, this is just like one of those situations. Like when you train, this is gonna be elevated. It's not necessarily bad for your health at all. Again, I think I'm gonna have to supplement with some iron tablets. Definitely felt some of the um, like potential side effects of low iron or like iron deficiency, fatigue, tiredness, stuff like that. So I'm gonna take some iron tablets and see if I can improve upon this reading ever so slightly. Thyroid hormones, again, everything is good. Again, this is like very good reading, so I just kind of wanna keep it this way. And again, just like wanna monitor to make sure if there's anything popping up or anything kind of bad, then I can address it like nice and quick. And then my hormone levels. Everyone is worried about my testosterone levels and my estradiol levels. My estradiol level is a little bit elevated. My testosterone is a little bit lower. So I'm gonna try and like address this as well as address this. Couple of things I'm gonna do is increase my magnesium intake, as well as like improve the quality of my sleep in some way, shape, or form, as well as just try to de-stress more often because I tend to just not rest a whole lot. I'm either working or training, so I'm gonna try and like create some time to just like de-stress and see if I can like improve upon these readings. And then obviously with the higher fat diet, hopefully this will improve a little bit as well. But that's pretty much it. Again, like nothing groundbreaking, nothing is necessarily out of range or anything is causing me any concern. It's just things I want to improve upon, so it improves my health, therefore improves my performance in the gym, hopefully leading into a bigger total in the future. If you found this interesting, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys want to see next in the comment section below. Obviously, if you comment, that kind of helps the channel get noticed a bit more on YouTube as well. So please do that if you can. And I shall see you guys over the weekend with like a little bit of training. Hopefully Friday and Saturday I will record some bits and bobs. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I should see you guys on Sunday. Peace.